everyone. It's Monday, and like I told you, I'm back to talk a little bit. Hope that Easter was good for folks. So many folks that follow me know, or actually if you follow me on Facebook, you saw the conversation I started yesterday. I have left organized religion behind. I will say one thing about it. I won't say the person's name because he supposedly is a friend, but what he said wasn't nice because I can see through your words. And it's interesting that the one negative thing said about me yesterday was from a so-called Christian. If you're interested, go read the conversation where I just said basically I don't believe in anything. I am experiencing life daily and learning as I go, basically, okay? So with that, let me talk about music, because that's why a lot of you come here. Since my last music video, I did a bit of trading. I'm really getting down there to the point where it's like what I have to trade that I want, that I'm willing to trade, is worthless, because I have a lot of records that are worth money. I don't want to trade them. I want to keep them, okay? So what did I get? What did I get? So I didn't get ready, so let me just pull them up here. They're down here. Okay. All right, okay. So Almost Music is in Benson, and it's a great little used store. Brad Smith runs it, and he's just got a good nose for good records. So I picked up a couple things I really wanted from him in the trade, and here's one: the fantastic jazz harp of Dorothy Ashby. Now this is just amazing to have found. She got a copy on mono. It's in pristine condition. Dorothy Ashby is a jazz artist who has been recently rediscovered by music lovers. Isn't that beautiful? And so consequently her records have gone up in value recently, and for good reason. This stuff is just amazing. And how many records do you hear where there's someone playing jazz harp? So I got this one. I picked this one up. This had been in the store for a while, and I was thinking if it's still there, when I have a chance to get it, I'm going to grab it. And this time I did. Tisige Munoz, I believe that's how you say his last name, Munoz. Rendezvous with Now. And what was extra cool is that this copy was sealed, you know, never opened, on Indian Navigation. This is a wonderful spiritual jazz album led by a guitarist. It's really cool to hear this man play the guitar in the same way that John Coltrane approached his saxophone playing. Not to say that he sounds like Coltrane, but the approach, you start here, and the whole idea is to let the spirit rise naturally in the music, and it happens on this beautifully. All the more reason why this is such a collector's item. I was really happy to find this. And I found one more album. Let me see if I can dig it up. And then since then, I have two more records to show you that I got. Besides all these records I've been playing, I'm not going to do a half-hour video today. I do have a bunch of records I've been playing and enjoying. But I have a couple more new additions to my collection to show you. And I have at least one more from that trade. I know I do. Just a minute. This happens. This happens, people. You know that. We just roll with it. We just roll with it. Okay, there. Is that it? I think I put it away. I can't even remember what the third album is. But since the hip stop thing, when I come across that album, I'll show it. But since going to Almost Music, Jesse down at Hip Stop called me and said that he had bought a collection, and that he wanted me to have first crack at it, even though he knows I have really no money to spend. I really appreciate the call, Jesse. I know you'll watch this. And I went down there, and he let me have two albums for $10 a piece. I was able to do that. Two albums that I really needed. I mean, really needed in my collection. You know, records that you would think that, well, surely Dereck has that. There's a lot of records like that. That, yeah, I agree. I should have it, but I don't. So here's two that I've been needing forever in my collection. Herbie Hancock Maiden Voyage. Can you believe that? After all these years, finally, now I have Herbie Hancock's Maiden Voyage on vinyl. This album is like a dream. The cover captures it, but actually the cover is... I'd have chosen a color picture of a boat on the water. This is just a dream of an album. It just captures a whole, ambience and time. It's like this is the kind of music you can put on, and whatever was bad becomes good, because it just really captures a wonderful time. So I was able to get this Dereck Metal Master reissue of it through Jesse. $10. Nice, Jesse. Thank you. And then the other one I got is Empyrean Isles by Herbie Hancock. Once again, yeah, you'd have thought I'd had this all along. But I've explained in my early videos, some people come and see me and just automatically assume that my focus is going to be jazz or hip-hop R&B, you know. But my focus has, since childhood, has been rock music. You know, the Beatles started it. So the primary focus of my record collection has been rock, psychedelia, avant-garde, the weird stuff. So that's why I don't have this until now. Empyrean Isles of Herbie Hancock. I love this music, and the highly sampled Cantaloupe Island in hip-hop music is from this album. Great album. Tony Williams playing drums, fantastic. So I know you'll watch this, Jesse. Thanks for the deal. Actually, part of what I'm doing today is I'm going to go back down to his shop and do some visiting with Jesse. And I'm going to do probably 2 videos today, or at least I'll do another one between now and tomorrow, because I have a fairly big stack of music I've been listening to. One thing I'll say right quick, 2 things I'll say right quick, because you know, I could do this for an hour. It was disputed by one person, but I'm pretty sure that yesterday was the release date in 1967 for Pink Floyd's very first album, Piper at the Gates of Dawn. So when I read that online, I pulled it, played it all the way through. This is a masterpiece of psychedelia, and it's their first album. And it's really the only album that Syd Barrett appears on. He's on one song on the second album. This is an original US copy. And it's just... again, when you think about the time period that this came out in 1967, there was nothing like this before this album. This was the first. So yesterday is kind of cool to celebrate. I played this all the way through. And the last thing I'll show is Eddie Perez, another VC member who has been kind to me, recently sent me the brand new Enslaved album, the dark metal band, or whatever kind of metal band you'd call them. And this is just fantastic. I like the vocals. You know, he's got an interesting way of doing that. I don't know what the hell he's saying, but I feel it. That's what I like about music is, you know, I talk about this a lot. I'm fascinated still, actually, with the fact that people are so into words, and yet, if the words are so important, why does nothing change? And yet people say it's all about the words. But to me, it isn't. It's about the whole picture. It's the sound. So I always like to say that, you know, people are so into the words, but it's like, if words are so valuable and meaningful, why can't we use them to make things better? It seems like the main thing that is going on is squabbling for what one group wants against the other, you know. Anyway, you know how I get. So that's where I'm going to leave off right now. Nice short video. And I'm going to end it kind of differently. Some of you who watch my videos regularly, you might notice a slight difference in the light. This light right here on my shoulder isn't usually there. The light comes from over here out of the window. Well, the reason is because today I have a guest in the house, and it's a young man who's working on a documentary about me for a class project, and I'm just going to... There he is. There's Nico.
Hello, BC.
So this is like the 3rd taping session that we're doing for the video, and I let Nico know that it's just my way that I would turn the camera on him at least once before we were done here. So I just want to explain the slight difference in light. I also want to go on camera and say here in front of Nico, even though he's mainly doing this for a class project. The fact that I've been chosen for the subject matter is extremely honoring. And I'm enjoying observing Nico do his work and find out about him. Seems like a very driven, purposeful young man who should do well in life. So we're having fun with this, and actually what we're going to do after we're done here is we're going to go down to Hip Stop and visit Jesse and do some filming down there. And this is just a real pleasure, to be having this done. I appreciate it. I've said it many times. If I could get backers and a writer, you could make a full length film about my life, and it would be interesting. Okay, BC, love you. Cheers.